Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you again. Welcome to Susie Says. I know it has been a while. It's been about exactly a month. I'm realizing based on my schedule, I can probably push out one video a month, but I know I need to up that. So I appreciate you coming back to view this video. My last video was actually one of the best I've had so far on my channel. I mean, yeah, it didn't get that many views, but it got enough where I'm happy and I got a lot of feedback. First and foremost, I got rid of the music. I was told the music was a little distracting. It would make the audio kind of go in and out, louder in some parts, lower in some parts. I am not going to do the music, so thank you for that input. I had a lot of critiques, some bad, some good, but you know what? I appreciated every single one of them because it's only going to make me better. So thank you. If you find little things in this video here that you may not like, let me know. I'm more than happy to change it. I'm more than happy to give the people what they want. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Welcome back to Susie Says. I'm going to continue my Gypsy Rose on the stand versus my FOIA documents. So let's get into it right away. So just like last time, I like to start with a little observation. During the trial, she said this.
I assume since you believed you to be sick, you met regularly with doctors.
Yes, sir.
Why did you not tell doctors that you knew you could walk or you didn't believe yourself to be ill during the time that you were doing this?
I didn't think that anyone would believe me. I thought they would eventually tell my mom, and that would make my home life even worse for me. I feared her more than I feared anyone else.
Now, here's my observation about that one clip right there. She swears up and down they would not have believed her if she told them she could walk. If she told them she was in a situation that made her uncomfortable, because her mom had documents and everybody would have just believed her mom right away. But Gypsy, you were the one sitting in the chair. You were the one they were believing. They didn't take your mom's word. They took your actions. I never understand this part where she's always trying to blame her mom. Like, my mom told me to do this. My mom told me to do this. If she was really an abuse victim in an abusive situation, she was the one sitting in the chair. The doctors believed you, Gypsy. If you had stood up, they would have believed you too. And like your mom, she can only say so much. A mom can go to a doctor and say, hey, my child can't move her arm. And it's up to the child to sit there and say, nope, I can't move my arm. Because the child knows, like when they're at home, they're like, moving their arm around. And that's just an analogy. It's not exactly your situation, Gypsy. But they believed you. They always believed you. That's why. And honestly, let's just say, Gypsy, you may have actually had something going on with you, but that's another story. I'm just saying, the walking. This is just about the walking. You were the one who sat in that chair perpetually. You never got up. And again, you feared your mom more than anybody. And the doctors would have never believed that you can walk. They already kind of knew you could walk. Your leg muscle was fine. And I don't want to stay on this for too long. It was just a little observation that I made that Gypsy, they did believe you. They always believed you. All you had to do was stand up. For some reason you didn't. But let's continue. Remember that clip of Gypsy Rose with all the baby clothes that she was bragging to Nick how Demona got all these clothes for her? I'm going to insert it right here.
My sweet love, I just want to show you all the stuff I got for the baby. So I will start off with essentials, of course, probably diapers for newborns, shoes that would take some time to grow into, a little book. These are called new-news where I come from, but I guess other places they're called pacifiers. So I've got some really cute girl ones and some cute boy ones too. Cute girl shoes. I like these really pretty. And cute little boy shoes. And this is the carrier that I strap on me to carry the baby around places. Okay, on this side we have the girl, and this side we have the boys. Hats, tons and tons of hats, bibs, socks, beautiful clothes. And can you believe all of this Demona got for the baby? I didn't have to pay a dime for any of this. And this is like name brand good clothes. It's not like anything Walmart-ish or anything. This is like Ralph Lauren and Polo or certain kind of labels that you get from the mall. Like this one right here, this one was $36 and free. So thank you, Demona, for that.
And here's what she said on trial about how she stole these clothes from Walmart.
Did you do anything to prepare for having children with Nick?
Yes.
What'd you do?
I stole baby clothes and things for a child.
And how would you steal baby clothes?
I was in the wheelchair, so I would steal them from Walmart.
And where would your mother be when you did this?
She would have been in a different aisle or a different section of the store.
And was she aware of any of this?
No, sir.
Now, Gypsy, you are always saying your mother never let you out her sight, that there was never a moment alone where your mom wasn't there squeezing your hand, telling you what to say. But she would let you go in a big store like Walmart. We've seen these Walmart department stores. They are huge. She would let you just roll around in your wheelchair and do whatever you want, go anywhere you want, steal clothes. She would be in a different section of the store. Like, Gypsy, you had time to roll over to someone and say, hey, I need help. You had time to stand up. You used that wheelchair because, oh, I can steal with this wheelchair. Like, it's crazy that your mom was not aware that you were stealing because you make it seem like she just never let you have a moment to yourself. I find that so crazy. Just because she was like, my mom may have been in a different part of the store. Like, what kind of person who's holding someone captive, and I'm using that very loosely, lets them roam freely through a store with other people? This is a very strange case because it's like she's trying to paint this picture of Dee Dee that we are just not seeing. Dee Dee may not have been a very good person. I know she may have done some very bad things in her life. But when it came down to Gypsy, I feel like Dee Dee did the very best she could. And Gypsy was the one just rolling around, stealing things, and like just doing whatever she wanted. It seemed like Dee Dee had no clue who Gypsy really was. Now, when she was asked about what her and Nick did in the bathroom at the movie theater on trial, here's what she said.
Did you guys watch this movie together?
Yes.
Did your relationship change in any way that day?
Yes.
Did it become physical that night?
Yes.
And you know what I mean by physical, don't you?
Yes.
What do I mean?
We had sexual relations
And where?
in the bathroom stall of the men's bathroom.
Now, let's never forget what she also said in her Lifetime documentary.
We both went into the men's handicap stall. He couldn't get an erection, but we just called it, okay, I lost my virginity to him. And it just kind of felt like that was weird. It was kind of shameful. I was very disappointed because I built this up in my mind, and I didn't feel any closer to Nick than before. It just kind of felt like, well, that was disgusting.
Which is true. Did you guys do it or didn't you? And I feel inclined to believe that they actually did do something in that bathroom. There's been this text message about Nick asking if a woman would, bleed during their first time. In the book, she mentioned that it was her time of the month and Nick was completely grossed out by it. I sensed his brain was trying to register what his fingers were feeling as he inched him down the front of not sexy underwear, but a diaper. And the moisture he felt was not due to the heat he was producing inside me, but blood. Nick went limp. He saw my diaper and the blood, and without the need for my explanation, he put two and two together. Again, the FOIA and what's said in the book does not match. Because based on what Nick said in his text message, it seems like they got it on in the bathroom. And he was a little surprised because he may have saw some blood. I don't know exactly all the details, but I'm inclined to believe that something happened in that bathroom. Like, why will I ever just want to believe Gypsy Rose at this point, right? Moving on, here's another clip I want to talk about.
At some point after you initially considered killing your mother, did you ever change your mind?
Yes.
Do you know when that was?
About 2 weeks before it happened.
Why did you change your mind and decide not to kill her?
I started having doubts, second thoughts.
Did you ever then change your mind back to the initial decision to kill her?
Yes.
Why did you change your mind back to killing her?
My mother and I got into an argument 2 days prior to the murder occurring. And Nick asked me, are we still doing this? Am I still, coming there to do this? Yes or no? And I said yes.
She said 2 days before the murder, she and her mom had an argument. And Nick asked her, so are we still doing this? When we all know she was the one who texted Nick and said, I am 100,000% doing this, and I've allowed myself to be completely yours. Something to that wording. I'm going to have to post it right here. She tries to make everybody the bad guy when she was the one that was pulling all the strings. From what she's saying, it sounds like Nick was just like so eager, like he could not wait to do this to Dee Dee. Like, are we still doing this or not? Are we still doing this or not? When Nick was the one trying to convince her to run away, to just leave. Also, let's talk about another thing. She states that Dee Dee threw her out the house and made her sleep with the bugs. This is in a text message. She made her sleep with the bugs. If you were being held captive and someone threw you out the house, why not run away? Dee Dee wasn't holding her captive. I know there's a such thing as Stockholm syndrome, where you're too connected with the person who's hurting you. But if you were on the verge of killing this person and they go, you know what, I'm throwing you out. We are done. Get out of my house. I don't want to see you anymore. They legit lock you out the house. And you come back? That just doesn't make any sense. Why does none of this make sense? She literally said that she was 100,000% in on this when she could have just walked down the street, got another neighbor to drive her somewhere, and just been gone. Dee Dee was already looking for shelters. We know this already. Dee Dee was about to kick Gypsy out. So I can't believe this hasn't been looked into. I can't believe they gave her this sweetheart plea deal without actually looking. It's just crazy. I can go on forever about this because Dee Dee did not have to die. Why did Dee Dee have to die when she had already thrown you out the house? You were free. You were free, Gypsy. Why did you come back in the house?
My mother and I had got into an argument 2 days before, and it was about my feeding tube. I'm like, I no longer need this feeding tube. Can we please have it removed? And she said no. And I had an upcoming surgery, and I didn't want to have it, so I asked her, please tell the doctor I don't need this surgery. I've had it 20 times before. Why do we have to have it again? And she's like, there's nothing I can do about it. The doctor wants it.
Going back to this argument she had about either her feeding tube replacement, or in the book she said it was a surgery on her larynx or something like that, where her voice was too squeaky. In the interrogation, she states that she brought her extra feeding tube with her. These are very important things that she needs.
Big Bend? Okay.
And I have money there. I have my social security cards there. I have an extra feeding tube there.
Okay. So you got all that extra stuff there?
Yeah,
Okay.
important things that I have to get back.
Okay.
So if this was one of the reasons that made you want to unalive, kill your mother, why would you bring it with you? It's almost like she wanted to continue this con without her mother. So who was actually pulling the strings? Because if she no longer needed the feeding tube and all she has to do is just get it taken out, why bring an extra with you? Why not just once? Here's what should have happened. Dee Dee threw you out the house. You went to a neighbor, asked for help, left. You could have went to go be with Nick. You know what? You know why you couldn't do it? You probably didn't have Dee Dee's money. And you probably didn't have any way to get to Nick. So you had to go, okay, let me act like I'm good old Gypsy and then take her money and then kill her and then leave. I think the money plays a big part in this too. It's just crazy you would bring your feeding tube when it was one of the big topics that made you want to kill her. You know? Now, remember the $4,000 that Gypsy had that she stole from her mother? Listen to what she said on trial about it.
Now, when you and Nick left her house, did you take any money with you?
Yes,
How much?
a little over $4,000.
And where did you get that money?
I stole it from my mother's safe.
Now, let me play devil's advocate. I don't know, maybe she's speaking in past tense, but we all know there was a safe in Dee Dee's room. The room she swore she never went in, right? Right? So how did you get the money? Was it like a little bit over time? Just, taking a little bit out and hiding it somewhere else in the house? She says right here on trial, I got it out of my mom's safe. But again, there's no context behind it. So what do you think about that? Do you think she needs past tense or after her mom was killed. So that's pretty much all I have regarding the trial. I watched it a few times and that was just a few things I picked up. Here's a few other things I picked up from a few other interviews she did. In her Dr. Phil interview, she says that she did wear a wig during the time her and Nick got together after he killed her mom.
It's what Victor wanted.
And you did it. Take me through the moment you opened the door.
I opened the door and I was completely naked, but I was wearing a wig because my head was shaved. I let him in and he was holding the knife in his hand and his...
Also in the interrogation, Nick said she wore a dark, long wig.
What color was her wig?
Her wig was blonde.
Blonde, okay. And did she have that on when she was in the bathroom?
Yes.
Waiting for you to stab Dee?
Oh, no.
No, she didn't have it on then?
No, she had a different wig on at the time.
Okay.
No, she had a different wig on at the time.
Okay. But when you had sex with her at her house, what was she wearing this time?
It was like a really dark brunette like wig. It was pretty long. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of clothing did she have on?
Me and her did it naked.
But in her book, Gypsy said she did not wear a wig. In fact, here's what she said. With my head bowed, I slowly walked to my bedroom. I never sat in a wheelchair again. I felt exposed and vulnerable in my nakedness, my baldness, and my gummy mouth. Nick had ordered me not to wear my wig or dentures. He wanted to strip me of everything. I resembled an alien from one of his many extraterrestrial nations. What a strange thing to lie about. Like, I don't get why lie about it. It makes it seem like there's something more to it. It's a little detail that really doesn't make any sense. Whether you wore the wig or not, it doesn't change the story. It still ends the same way. It's just weird that in the book, she wants to make Nick seem like this terrible, terrible man who made her take her wig off. She felt like an alien. Everybody's the bad guy but her. She's the only victim, while her mom lays literally across the room. Like, I wonder if she even closed her bedroom door because she could see her mom from her bedroom while she's sitting there and her and Nick are having the time of their life. She's still the victim. She's still the victim. Her mom is literally dead in bed and Gypsy is the victim. It's just, I could go on forever. I keep saying I have to, because I will just go on a rant. Last thing I want to go over before I end this video, because I don't want to make it too long. Listen to this clip.
Told him that you knew he was going to kill her?
No. I never...
What do you think he's going to tell me?
He's gonna tell you that I came here just to see him and that he didn't do it. But
So he's not going to tell me that you had any part of this?
honestly, I don't know what he's gonna say.
Okay, I'm asking you direct and straight.
Mhm.
You don't think he's going to tell me that you had anything to do with your mom's killing? And this is the time to be honest, because like I told you, to walk out that door.
He has a romantic notion of us doing everything together as a team, but I didn't want this.
This is after Gypsy Rose confessed during her interrogation. After they told her that they knew she was lying, they know that she had some part in this. She is now confessing. And when they ask her, what is Nick gonna say? She goes, I don't know what he's gonna say. Because at this point, they already told her Nick had confessed. Like, even in the book, she said Nick confessed so quickly. So if she didn't know what Nick was gonna say in his confession, it should have matched her confession too. Here's why. She said that Nick had this romantic notion that they did everything together.
Honestly, I don't know what he's gonna say.
Okay, I'm asking you direct and straight.
Mhm.
You don't think he's going to tell me that you had anything to do with your mom's killing?
He has a romantic notion of us doing everything together as a team, but I didn't want this.
It's like she's trying to forewarn the police. Before you ask him, he's going to say, we did it together. Is she talking about the planning, or is she talking about the actual unaliving of her mother? I thought that was very telling, and I don't think many people have gone over that. First, she said, I don't know what Nick's going to say. At this point, she had already been told Nick had confessed. But she don't know what he's going to say because he got this romantic notion that we did it all together. that should definitely be looked into a little bit more, because she kind of already told on herself. Like, did she actually help Nick unalive her mom? We'll have to look into it a little more, and I'll have to follow up in another video. But thank you so much for watching. If you have any critiques, like I said before, please let me know in the comments. I want to get better. I appreciate your view on this video. Just share it out to people. I want to try and blow up my channel. I'm happy with 200 subscribers, but I would definitely like to get a few more, because I enjoy making content. Also, and I don't only have to do Gypsy Rose content. I could do a lot of other content. I just want you to let me know how I can make my channel better. This video is just what Susie says. Tell me what you say in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, and I will see you in the next video.